Yeah, I agree. Our viewers, yes, our viewers
Yeah,
expect no less.
that's right.
So you got everything. Okay,
I do.
tilt your camera down. I can't
Yeah,
see
that's
any
right.
of
Yeah.
your workspace.
There we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There
So
we go.
everything's perfect. When I have this widespread camera, and then as soon as I bring someone on, it's like,
Oh, I know. Everything goes.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, cool. Well, hello everybody.
Oh,
All
we're
of
here
you.
now?
No,
Oh,
we're live. Yeah.
oh,
Or
you
no,
and I
we're
are
live.
live. We're not live.
We're definitely live.
Oh, we
Yeah. So, but holy cow, we just got one viewer. Holy cow. Hold on, let me turn
Excellent.
my phone keeps going off. So let me turn my phone on silent.
Okay, no problem. It's funny because I was watching a presentation a while ago in the Get Ahead Challenge, and it was James Mell, the guy who runs it, and
Yeah.
like I forget who the speaker is, but some really well-known speaker. Got all kinds of books. Like think Bob Proctor, but not him, but someone along. And the man who James was talking to did not realize that he was actually on the call, like live. So he's asking James, so what are you going to talk to me about? Like, what do I need to do here? Like, do I got to sell stuff or what do you want? And he's like, and they had already talked about setting up the mic and everything. And then James finally said, yeah, we've been live for like 3 minutes now. People are watching. And he's like, what? Why didn't you tell me? And then he caught himself like getting angry, and then, okay, I'm on, so I can't.
Right.
Oh, well, hey, everybody. So
there's been so many Zoom nightmares, people going to the bathroom, people
oh,
being naked.
Lord, I know. All you can do is
you can only hope that would happen,
all
like,
you can do is
yeah.
laugh.
Like,
yeah. All you can do is laugh about it, or go fetal and cry, which is sometimes what I do.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. If you're not laughing, you might as well be dying.
That's right. That's right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Food Therapy with Fa-Rekin Licious.
And wait, oops. And Spark Up Kitchen. Fa-Rekin Licious and Spark Up Kitchen.
I know. Stephanie, why don't you tell them what we're doing today?
Heck yeah. Okay, so we are going to do a very unique yet healthy version of pho. It's spelled PHO, but it's pronounced pho, like duh, F-U-H. And I am doing mine with spiralized butternut squash noodles, which were a huge pain in the ass to spiralize earlier today. I tried to find the already spiralized, and it was unsuccessful. So I'm like, screw it. So I got it, and it was just like, and my thing, my spiralizer doesn't have one of those levers that will firmly attach it. So I've got to hold it and do this, and then it's flipping out. So, but I got it. It's spiralized beautifully.
Looks beautiful. And
so
I am using
it's your noodle.
I am using rice vermicelli. So rice noodles, vermicelli, the really thin ones. So I am going to be using these today. And so I'm really looking forward to it. Now, I, who have always pronounced it pho, even though as soon as you said pho, I realized that it is called pho.
Yeah.
I have never really eaten pho because I've been a little afraid of it, and I don't know why. I think I actually had it years and years ago, and it was really good. But it's not anything that I would ever go, hey, I think I'll make some tonight, because in your head, of course, I had it built up to this huge thing, right? Like, oh my God, it's got to be so complicated with all those.
It did look overwhelming to make the broth, which is good that we made the broth prior to.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, it wasn't even overwhelming in the end. You just stick onion and ginger in the oven, and it was so easy.
Yeah, I know. But this might be our shortest episode yet, but it depends on how much we talk.
Oh, well, God.
We started.
You know we can. Yeah, you got your sesame oil?
I do. So what I'm going to do is so I've got a pan off camera because I don't have, this is not a big enough stove top to have two large pans. So off camera, I'm going to be sauteing some tofu that I have dried, and I'm going to cube it up.
Nice.
We're going to cube up our tofu.
I too am using tofu. Sorry.
Yes. And this is going to make it so delicious and hearty because it's going to be crispy yet
Yes.
pillowy in the middle.
Yes,
So,
exactly. No,
yeah.
I am really looking forward to the tofu as well. We're frying our tofu in sesame oil, but of
Yeah.
course, everybody knows you can do pho with shrimp or chicken or beef.
About that.
Yeah.
Because you said that you could do fish, and I was like, you know what, we'll just do the tofu this time. But I
Yeah.
usually eat mine with beef. There's an amazing pho restaurant here right in my neighborhood.
Oh,
I
yeah.
literally will have a hankering for it. And I get my favorite pho that they make is a spicy rare beef. It's called pho
Oh,
ginseng. It's in the
yum.
Rosedale Commons. If you live up in this way,
Yeah.
it is amazing. Get the spicy rare beef. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my off camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I am on camera here, but I may need more sesame oil that is in my fridge. I'm connected to my computer, but I've got a really long cord here. Oh my God, I can make it to my fridge. This is very exciting because I had actually, where is my sesame oil? Sesame oil. Oh boy, no, here we are both off camera. I know, because
oil is my favorite oil.
It's mine too. There it is. There's my other sesame oil. So it's sesame oil, and that's it. That's what I'm frying my tofu up with. I've got a cast iron pan. Now, I've discovered that cast iron pan, and I'm going to move this around so you can actually see me on the stove a little bit. Ooh. Hi. Oh, here we go. So we're not both off camera. There we go. So here I am. Here's my stove. I'm going to throw some of my tofu in here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
And you can hear me?
Absolutely. Yeah, I can hear you very well. Yeah.
Yeah, good. I can hear you very well as well.
Okay, cool. I'm going to also start to saute my butternut squash noodles.
Right.
Because they do need to be cooked down a little bit. They're very coarse, so they do need to be softened up and sauteed. So I'm going to start sauteing those up. These really came out beautiful. Really beautiful.
They really did. I know. You sent me a picture yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, I have a little corner thing in my, I don't know what that corner. Do you see anything on my camera? I have a little square up there.
I do not.
Okay, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to touch it.
That's my logo.
Logo. Okay.
That automatically shows up now. My business is technically called Blissful Transformation. At least that's what I started back in 2016. And I was playing around with StreamYard. Camille says, cheers, ladies. What's up, Camille?
What's up, Camille?
You know it. Hell yeah. And we're also going to be talking about some mindset stuff.
Yes, today. Which we should actually, mindset, because mindset is so important. And I have not realized the importance of mindset. Well, I mean, I have realized it, but really in the last 9 months with with COVID, and the mindset of whether I'm going to survive or, like, what am I going to do? And the mindset of either I'm going to go forward and create my own business, and the mindset that entails, or the mindset of going back to work for somebody else. And I really had that mindset early on that I was going to work for myself. But it does take a whole different mindset. A whole different new mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. And again, it's about like you and I have talked before, and you were expressing like how miserable you were at your job.
Yes.
And the fact that you had been asking, I want time off. I need time. I want to fulfill my passions. I want to, do things that light me up, that inspire me. And then here you have this opportunity. So now having this opportunity to do all this stuff, because I see your Siobhan Spark Up Kitchen.
Yes.
Siobhan Spark Up Kitchen. And your comedy. And it's like that seems to be so much what you hold in your heart.
And, it's not even like I planned this. It's not, I originally thought, like a year ago, if we were to tap into my mind a year ago, I just thought I want to be a stand-up comedian. That was it. That was my whole thing. I'm going to be a stand-up comedian, going to work on my comedy. And then it kind of morphed into, well, then, COVID and the shutting down of everything. And then it kind of morphed into, well, I'll be a motivational speaker, a public speaker. But again, doing all these, thinking of all these careers that involve a stage and people, which I do love to be on stage, but right now that's not quite possible.
Yeah.
And really just having the mindset and being open to any ideas that came my way. And I had these impulses, to make these, I call them COVID characters. So every day I was just recording myself as a character, doing funny little bits for my friends, right? Putting them up on my page and thinking, well, I'll just keep putting content on the internet. Basically, I made a YouTube channel, something in the beginning. I remember making my YouTube channel, and then I read an article, and it was 10 things not to do during COVID. This was way back in March. And one of them was creating your own YouTube channel. For some reason, that was
absurd, but that is in the beginning, because look how explosive things like Zoom, which we're using StreamYard, but everybody knows Zoom. And this is a Zoom type platform where you're able to connect with an audience. And a lot of comedians and actors and actresses have found unique ways to still be engaged. Talk show hosts to be engaged with their audiences through being online.
Well, I will tell
reinventing yourself.
I will tell you, my mindset changed. That it's funny you say that, because watching these famous people, right, that are so out of reach, right? They're in Hollywood, they're wherever, but then watching them in their own homes, like at the beginning, Ellen on her couch with her phone, FaceTiming people. Jimmy Fallon sitting in his kitchen table with his kids coloring, and he's doing a show.
It's more real. It's like, it's more real. I found that as well with the Food Network. And one of my Ree Drummond and the Pioneer Woman wasn't one of my favorite to watch.
Right.
The regular show. But watching her with her kids, them filming her with their iPhones, and they're acting silly and they're doing random shit in the background. Like, that was real. And that made me fall in love with her show.
Yes.
Quarantine style. And I love it because the families are there, and it just is more authentic, and them being,
isn't it?
Like, I mean, who knows if any of the cooking shows are scripted, but it's like, you can't really, it's very hard to script. Just go with it at home.
And it made them real. All of a sudden, they went from being these untouchable people to regular people in their homes. And it was a light bulb moment went off of, they're just regular people. They do nothing special. They still have a toilet. They still use the bathroom. They still have their kids that run. I know, right? But it just, it changed my mind. Yeah. Okay. It changed my mindset around what was possible.
Thank you.
It changed.
I love that.
Because I realized that they're just ordinary people that just have done different things with their lives, either known early on what they wanted to do.
They're ordinary people who have chosen to do extraordinary things, and anyone can choose to do extraordinary things. No one's more like, we all have our special gifts and talents, but again, everyone has their special gifts and talents, and it's about figuring out what that is for yourself and then shining that bright light.
Well, like take cooking, for instance. Back, I wanted to be a chef in my 20s. I went to chef school in my 30s. I did a 1-year cooking certificate, and I did a year straight of cooking, and I got a certificate. But then that fell off the radar. I just didn't do it, and I didn't think about it for years. So when that came back up in my life, especially my friends were saying, "Oh, well, you should cook on the internet," and I'm like, "Oh my God, okay, that's a great idea." But it really wasn't until I saw you and I met you, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is somebody cooking on the internet. This is something that I want to do, that somebody told me that I could do. And then
go off just to let you know.
Okay, thank you. And then again, changing my mindset. Oh, look, she can do it.
Right.
So I'm sure that I can do it. And then of course now we're cooking together. But I'm also cooking on my, on my own too. And we're going to be doing that special show at the end of February.
Yeah, the Happy Heart.
The Happy Heart, yes.
I'm so excited about that.
Yes, me too.
That is going to be fun. I wasn't sure when she was reaching out, and I was like, I didn't understand like what was going on. And then we talked about it more, and you and I, her, Kim, were a part of a group, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, this makes sense. We can do this. Hell yeah.
Yes.
And that would be awesome. We should try and do that in other groups, maybe in Pasha's group.
Yeah.
And other groups where people, are of that mindset to empower others to be the highest and best version of themselves.
Yes, exactly. So, somebody once said that a thought is just a belief that you think over and over again. No, a belief is a thought that you think over and over again. And when you put it down like that, just changing your thought about something can change your belief about something.
Absolutely. And one of my favorite sayings is, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way you're right. So it is all about, and that is relative to your mindset and what it's like I was I don't know if you saw my conversation. Yeah, you did, with MJ.
I did.
And we literally were talking about the dismantling and the opening up of what is possible when you allow yourself to open your, to expand your mindset. And it's funny because I was watching Chelsea Handler last night on Red Table Talk.
Oh, okay.
OMG. Chelsea Handler is one of my favorite people.
Yes.
And she literally said, it's amazing what happens when the doors of your brain open up. When one door of your brain opens up, it's amazing what other doors of the brain start to open up.
It's amazing. It's amazing what, and open up or receive too. I like to call it, receiving ideas, receiving impulses, especially receiving the idea that you can do it. Because again, whether you think you can, and I didn't understand what that meant for so long. I'm like, how can that be in the same sentence? How can being able to do something and not being able to do something both be true? All right, and then you just have to put.
I'm going to move this, and I'm going to move the tofu on camera because I want to keep talking, and I'm having a hard time focusing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I did a charity ride for 8 years, and it was riding 400 kilometers in one day. And we had about 6 months of training on a bicycle. And out here in BC, we went through 2 mountain passes, and it was a ride to simulate the day in the life of a cancer patient. So we made the ride hard, like the ride captains and the people who made the ride route made it hard intentionally. Put a 35-kilometer incline mountain in there. Put steep, 13 grade hills in there. And we rode, we did this 400-kilometer ride. I did it for 8 years, but there was never a truer mantra of whether you think you can or you can't. Because the first year I volunteered for the ride, I was a crew member. So I didn't even have a bicycle. I had ridden a bicycle, 20 years ago, but I didn't have a bicycle. And I'm in the car, looking at these riders, these cyclists who are climbing up these huge hills. And I'm thinking, oh my God, they're crazy. I could never do that. I could never ride my bike up that mountain or 400 kilometers in one day. But then I decided, because people were pushing me and I do love the bike, I thought, I'm going to ride my bike next year and I'm going to ride. And my will was so much that I wanted to prove to everybody and myself that I could do the ride. And I could do it the full 400 kilometers. I was a woman. And it was my first time riding, and I had something to prove to myself. My sister had been just diagnosed with breast cancer, so I was really tapping into my anger about that and my love for my sister. And my mindset was, I can. And I started the ride, and I had two rules for myself. One was start every leg, because we break up the 400-kilometer ride into sections, right? Like you ride an hour, and then you have a rest stop. You ride an hour, you have a rest stop. And I thought, my mindset was, I'm going to start every leg, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not unless I start it. Because some people were saying, oh, this part's really hard, think twice if you really want to do it. And I'm like, I'm not thinking twice. I signed up to do this ride.
You just got to go for it.
And my second rule was, if my bike is in order, if my bike stays in good shape, and my body feels good, aka no injuries, no aches and pains after 15 hours on a bike, yes, but nothing out of the ordinary. If my bike is okay and my body is okay, the only thing that's going to stop me is my mind.
Absolutely. That's with anything. Think about the childhood story, the little engine that could. The little engine didn't get over the hill by saying I can't.
That's right.
A very funny story that's a part of my autobiography about the little engine that could.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna tell it online.
Right. That's a whole chapter gone.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was amazing. It's amazing because I'm riding along riders who also look at a hill and go, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to do that. That's a mindset. I'm never going to be able to climb that hill.
Well, so many people do wind up talking themselves out of something because of their lack of will and belief within themselves. And it's like I said last week, the gentleman that I was talking to about his son who wants to get into NC State. And he said, son, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. You have no idea. Let NC State tell you no. Don't put in your reality that the answer is no.
That's right.
It certainly is, unless you first ask the question or go.
That is exactly right. Yeah. Well,
going for it.
And you can take something as big as what I did, and a 400-kilometer ride in one day, or you can take getting up in the morning and looking at yourself in the morning and going, oh my God, I'm so tired. This is going to be such a long day. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, right away, you're in your mind already that it's going to be a long day and that you're tired. So you're just going to, it's like you have a personal assistant in your head. Okay, you're going to be tired. I'm going to give you all kinds of things to be tired about. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
We're going to make it a long day for you. But
And think about when you do not allow those voices to stop you, and you wind up doing and then accomplishing, then you have now pushed past a block, and now you have access to the knowledge that you can do something else. You can accomplish the next challenge. I mean, not every time are you going to win, but again, you got to put yourself out there.
Exactly. I mean, if you went through your whole life thinking you couldn't do anything, then that's a tough life. That's a tough life. And I know there are people out there, who it's funny. We were just talking about the law of attraction, and people have a real like a woo woo about the law of attraction, like, oh, that's all hocus pocus, but it is an official law of the universe, like the law of gravity. There's a law of resonance. There's a law of cycles. There's a law of processes. There's a cause and effect law. Like the law of attraction is no different, except people use it differently. Oh, my cat's on my stand.
I think where a lot of people were turned off by like The Secret, etc., was it kind of, but see, I get where they were coming from, the people who were a part of and created. They wanted it to be as simple as possible for you to understand, for everyone to understand the concept about focusing on something and bringing it into your existence. But it is so much more than just thinking, oh, I want a bike, and you picturing yourself. You have to emotionally be charged up with what it feels
Exactly.
like to have the bike or drive the
Yes.
car. Because again, you may think you want something because it sounds good or somebody
Yeah.
told you that you should, or etc. But if you're emotionally charged, that is when you start to manifest based on
Yes.
law of attraction. And it's like that which is likened to itself is drawn, but it's about the feeling, not just about the thought. And
It
that's what
is.
I'm always talking about. What is your why? Why do you want what you want? I can tell you exactly what I want, and I can tell you exactly why I want it.
Yeah. I don't know how many noodles I'm supposed to use here. I've got this. It's like 3 packs, like 3 of these. How many would you use, Stephanie? I had 3 of
Let me
these.
get closer to the camera.
Like I have 3 of these in a package, and I threw 1 in water.
I would
2?
I would do 2 because your husband's going to be eating soon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I would do 2, and
I did 2. We'll see how it goes.
yeah.
We will see how it goes. Yeah, and that's the thing. And people have a hard time keeping that. People, myself included, you have a hard time. We're so focused on the what is all the time that it's hard to maintain sometimes that feel good all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That feel good.
No, and we can't feel good all the time, because those negative feelings are there to teach us to bring our awareness to something as well.
Yes, and the negative feelings also give you more contrast to what you do want, right?
Yeah.
To what you do, to what you, yeah.
Like your feelings are an indicator of something you need to pay attention to, whether it's good or whether it's bad. If it's something that lights you up, pay attention to that. Don't dismiss that. It's true feeling. And if you're having, like a negative feeling or a down feeling, just like, okay, what's going on? What am I supposed to understand right now?
Yes.
Carol Boston says, "Hi, Steph, funny. I didn't know you were on. I have a 4 p.m. so I can't stay. Way to go." Hey, Carol, good luck with your 4
Carol.
p.m. And I'm chopping up my mint and my cilantro. Oh my God, I'm so far away from an Asian supermarket. One of my favorite herbs, and I even grow it. Of course, it's not growing now. Is Thai basil.
I've had Thai basil before. Okay, that's mint.
But I think even without the Thai basil, with the mint and the cilantro as the herbs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've had Thai basil before, but I couldn't get any at the store that I was at. So I just have the regular basil. I know I've chopped up enough stuff, but I've got it all combined now. So I think that I've got everything in here.
I'm waiting for my tofu to crisp up because I like mine really crispy on the outside.
I do too. And I took them off a little early because I wanted to get to my noodles, which are probably going to be done here.
Yeah. And so sometimes I even will deep fry the tofu, not breaded. And it's such an incredible, and that's actually the way they do it at most restaurants, Vietnamese restaurants. How's your noodle?
Just about done.
Cool. Well, like I said, I'm crisping up my tofu. My noodles, my butternut squash noodles are done. They're waiting. I've chopped up my stuff. I got my bean sprouts.
I got my bean sprouts.
And I've got red pepper just to make it hearty. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to have it. You can add mushrooms.
Let me check my goodie fridge. Hold on.
Yes. And then
what have I got? Oh my God. Okay.
Red onion too.
There's a running joke in my family with my husband. He likes to keep little nubs of vegetables in the fridge. Like he makes a baggie of vegetables for himself for lunch, and it'll be carrots and cucumber and tomato and red pepper, and he'll just hawk a thing off the side, and then this is the red pepper that he left in our fridge today.
I do that too because there's still some on the top.
I have taken pictures and sent them to my sister. I'm going to see if there's anything else in here. I have taken pictures and sent them to my sister because it's quite funny. Oh, we don't have any carrots right now either, but He's done the carrots where we've got a bunch of carrots and then he'll just cut it off and then there's just all these little carrot nubs.
Hold on. I hear a dog screaming.
Uh-oh.
No, sometimes, you know, I mean, it was like screaming it was a very shrieking way, but
right.
I don't see anything. Sometimes, you know, that when the pet parents are walking their animals.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they'll start to get into a confrontation, the animals, and they'll start.
Oh, yeah.
You think they're being murdered, and it's very scary.
Oh, yeah,
very
it is.
Scary.
Okay. I'm just getting
my red onion too, girl.
Oh, nice. I do have red onion in the fridge.
Well, not chopping, slicing very thinly, just like
slicing very thinly, yes.
Again, I'm trying to make this hearty because usually I do like beef, but today I wanted to make it vegan.
Yeah.
And tofu, the crispy tofu is going to be unfrickin' real delicious.
Oh, it is going to be unfrickin' real delicious. All right. I am actually tossing my noodles here with some sesame oil.
Yeah, I cooked mine in sesame oil. So let me get my noodles.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start. I'm going to put my noodles in the bowl.
Right, because I put the noodles in the bowl first.
Boy, they shrank.
Let me get a bowl. Oh, did they?
They shrank a lot, kind of like spinach does. I should have probably, because it looked like it was overwhelming. Like
right, yeah.
And I should have cooked up more, but I ain't gonna worry about it. It's gonna
don't even worry about it.
Everything else, it's gonna be delicious.
All right, so I am going to now take. I had tongs. Let me see.
And I've got my broth. Oh my God! So let's tell them about the broth.
Yes.
So we made the broth beforehand because it seemed like doing it on camera because it is a 30-minute process.
Yes,
so we
it
did
is.
That beforehand, and I modified, you know, the recipe, and I know that you did in your way as well. I know the recipe that I was using called for 3 cinnamon sticks. And I was like, frickin' G. It was so cinnamony, too cinnamony. So I added soy sauce, extra, you know, and even more vegetable stock to kind of dissipate the cinnamony.
Cinnamony.
And, like cloves. I had powdered cloves. I went to 3 grocery stores, couldn't find whole cloves. I did have
really. Yes.
And coriander. And with the cinnamon, and then you roast that in a pan, just heat it up, roast it up a little bit, and you want to be real careful because you don't want to burn the spices. And then in my Instant Pot, I added you took a white onion and some fresh ginger, and you broiled them, for like about 15 minutes. Put it in the Instant Pot. Put the broth, like the vegetable broth. We use vegetable stock.
Yeah.
And then I added all the spices, and it was amazing. Okay, so I think
all right. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to take some of this. I'm going to take some noodle here. Put it in.
Y'all, this is so amazing.
And the behind the scenes, folks, was I was texting Stephanie at the store saying what I could do, what I couldn't do. I got home and I just built my broth. I got my star anise, my cardamom, my whatever, and I got my 3 cinnamon sticks in there. And then Stephanie says, "Oh, 1 cinnamon stick only." Yeah. So I'm rooting through my broth, trying to get my cinnamon back out of there. But I added the raw garlic, like you said. I'm actually just doing it.
Oh yeah, the raw garlic.
There's the noodle in there.
Oh, nice,
and
girl.
Then we put tofu. Then we just load up the bowl, right?
Yeah, we just add everything to the bowl.
Onion, mint, cilantro.
Oh, do you have did you get jalapeno?
No, but I have sriracha.
Oh yeah, well, perfect.
Yeah, and I have pickled jalapeno, but I'm not going to put pickled jalapeno in there. I put pickled jalapeno on just about everything.
And then lime, but I'll add the lime to the end. So then I'm adding
I've got the lime.
Sprouts.
Oh, the bean sprouts.
You got bean sprouts, right?
I do. Oh my gosh.
God, I love the crunch of the bean sprouts.
I do too. I love the crunch of the bean sprout. I'm so excited to eat this. All right.
All right. So now I'm going to add my tofu.
Now I'm going to add
my God, this looks amazing.
Doesn't it? Oh.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I know, me too. I am going to now, see, there's my bowl, and I'm going to now add some broth.
I'm off camera right now because the wetness like started the oil to. Here, let me
Right.
remove my pan. Ugh.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You really can't get that anywhere else. But right here in our...
Let me see. I didn't see it. Oh, yum. Okay, and then I'm going to squeeze some lime.
I am too.
Oh, where's my squeezer?
This is my squeezer right here.
Yeah, this is like...
Oh my gosh. I just cannot wait.
Ugh. Oh, God, this looks amazing. I'm about to
Doesn't
die.
it? I'm so excited because I was always
some sriracha too.
Yeah, I was always afraid of faux. Fa.
Here, let me get some of this stuff out of the way.
Oh my God. Like, I got to take a picture. I'm just going to take it.
Yeah, we always forget that, don't we?
We do. And it's great to post the after picture.
Yes. Did we do that last week?
I don't think we did.
Nice.
Look,
I'm gonna try to get it like.
I got us and the dish, and now I'm just gonna get the dish. This looks so good. Like, I just can't wait. All right, okay. Here we go.
All right, everybody.
Here we go.
And we'll post the recipe too.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I am so impressed.
It turned out good, didn't it? Oh my God.
Oh my God, this is so good. Oh, we're not making this up.
Noodles are amazing.
I'm sure, because the sweetness of the butternut squash too. I know. This is so good. And we're not putting this on, friends. Look, I'd be honest with you if I didn't like it. And I even said to Stephanie before we came on, I said, my broth tastes terrible. And I sent that text to my boyfriend or my husband. And I said, oh no, I hate my broth tastes horrible. And he texts, faux no. Like, oh no, faux no. But this is absolutely delicious.
How? And butternut squash noodles are amazing, girl. You know what I'm noticing? Your little headset. I love it. I told you I went to the dollar store today.
Yeah.
They had nothing but like St. Patty's Day stuff, and it's like Valentine's. You know.
This was for New Year's. We got this. This was with New Year's Eve stuff. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're not dump the can't dump the. Yum.
Oh wow, yum!
People.
That looks delicious. This is so good. Yeah, we can.
Up to the camera.
Yeah, and honestly, people, do not be intimidated by. Like, I really thought. I actually even said to Graham, well, if I can't find all the spices, I'm just going to buy pre-made faux broth, because I was thinking it was going to be so complicated. Folks, this is so easy. This is such an easy recipe. It literally is stirring some spices while broiling onion and ginger. Then, as Stephanie said, you can add whatever you want.
Oh my God.
Letting that simmer, cooking up some noodles and chopping some herbs. And here we are. Like, so easy. So good.
I am dying, but I'm dying happy. Wow.
Yes. So we should let our visitors go now, and then we can finish up.
Let's do it. Our visitors. I don't think our visitors want to go.
Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. But this is so, so good. I put a little bit too much sriracha on here, so it is burning my mouth only slightly.
Right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the actual first official episode of Food Therapy.
That's right, with the new name.
Spark Up Kitchen.
And Fa-Rekin Licious. Fa-Rekin Licious. Fa-Rekin Licious.
All right, guys.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And remember, Larissa Shipolowski says that looks amazing, you guys. And remember, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you are right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.